Top 10 Dave Ramsey Financial Tips. Are you struggling with saving money? Then you need expert advice and lifestyle changes. Dave Ramsey is well known as a financial expert, and according to him, 10 tips can change your spending habits. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will list the top 10 financial tips that will change your life. Please subscribe to our channel. 1. Every penny counts. You will be thinking, this is the essential thing everyone teaches about money. Nevertheless, the quote is even more profound than just counting pennies. The quote means to spend every penny logically. You should give a job for every dollar you are earning. You must be thinking about how it is possible to give each dollar a job, breaking it into simple words, zero-based budgeting. If you're unfamiliar with zero-based budgeting, it's a method in which your income minus your expenses equals zero. So if you make $5,000 per month, you're giving each of your $5,000 a job. Some of those dollars may go towards living expenses, while others may go toward goals such as saving for a car or paying off debt. Finally, each of your dollars is assigned. Budgeting in this manner, instead of simply tracking my income with an app, was eye-opening. What I thought was a good cushion between my monthly income and expenses turned out to be quite the opposite. Based on this concept, Ramsey has an app called Every Dollar that helps you manage your money. 2. Live as no one has. Now is the time to live like no one else so that later you can live and give like no one else. But what exactly does that mean? It means no more comparing your home to your neighbor's, no more eating out 4 times a week, and sticking to a budget. Everything boils down to 2 words: focused intensity. This is the most important tip. Most Americans regard debt as a way of life. It is common to purchase a new car for $36,000 with little to no money down and high monthly payments. It is normal to buy as many houses as you can qualify for. However, just because these things are standard does not imply that they are intelligent. 3. Focus, focus, focus. Focusing on one goal is often the best thing to do because there is usually one clear objective with the highest potential payoff. Putting the focus also enables you to build momentum. For example, instead of attempting to save for retirement, create a 3-month or 6-month emergency fund and pay off high-interest debt simultaneously, focusing on just one goal, which the baby steps would say is paying off high-interest debt after building a $1,000 emergency fund. This allows you to see actual results from your efforts sooner. You can only stick to a piece of financial advice if you focus on it. This is true that you can achieve anything if you pay attention to it. You can make things work when you look deep into the situation and control every penny. 4. It takes 2 to tango. The financial expert Dave Ramsey said, "You don't have a money problem, you have a marriage problem," which is the spine-chilling truth of our lives. Controlling money-related issues with your spouse or your better half is the bitterest. If you are in a relationship, getting on the same page with your spouse about money is one of the most important steps you can take to improve your financial situation and overall quality of life. You can try having money-saving competitions. You can have money meetings with your spouse, your significant half. Try to impose money changes in a way that is not offensive but fun. 5. Understand the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule of thumb for budgeting states that you should save 20% of your take-home pay. The remaining 80% is for spending. It's a simplified version of the 50-30-20 rule, which states that you should spend 50% of your take-home pay on necessities, 30% on wants, and 20% on savings. The 80-20 rule of thumb is best for people who don't need or want structure, dislike tracking their spending, or are new to budgeting. This was the traditional meaning of the 80-20 rule. However, Dave Ramsey has a different approach to the 80-20 rule. According to Dave Ramsey, in order to successfully eliminate debt, 80% of your new, more financially sound behaviors should emerge from 20% of your new, more economically sane head knowledge principles. 6. Don't compile the mistakes. Here are the mistakes we keep adding on. With so much auto debt, many people owe more on their vehicle than it's worth. It's worth considering whether it's better to keep or sell the car to pay off debt. Ramsey has 2 good rules in this situation that I like. First, The total value of all the vehicles in your household should not exceed half of your annual income. Is it possible to become debt-free in less than 2 years if you sell your car? 7. What is affordable? This is the biggest mistake we make in money saving. We think that if we are buying an expensive thing after saving money or using more than half of our income, we are affording it. But no, this is not the definition of affordability according to Dave Ramsey. If you can't write a check or pay for the car with cash on the spot, you can't afford it. For example, you might be able to afford an extra $300 in payments for a luxury car. While that math may be correct, it is also necessary to examine what the term afford actually means, and in some cases to develop a better definition of that term. 8. Follow Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. This means always remembering that you can face a financial crisis in life. It could be due to a job loss, a failed business, a lawsuit, a down economy, a family situation, bad partnerships, or investment losses. The list of potential financial crises is nearly endless. The two best ways to prepare for these worst-case scenarios are avoiding high-interest debt and having a fully funded emergency fund. This is what we call saving something for the rainy days. 9. Utilize sinking funds. A sinking fund saves money for a specific purchase by setting aside a small amount each month. Sinking funds work as follows. Each month, you set aside money in one or more categories to be used later. That way, you're saving small amounts over time rather than coming up with a large sum of money all at once. Sinking funds are excellent for things you don't want to pay for in a single month's budget, such as tires for your vehicle, Christmas presents, wedding costs, airline tickets, or birthday celebrations. A sinking fund is more specific than a savings account because you know how much you will put in and when you will use it. 10. Don't overlook the power of a tribe. In general, the closer we are to someone, the more likely we are to adopt some of their habits. One groundbreaking study followed 12,000 people for 32 years and discovered that having a friend who became obese increased a person's chances of becoming obese by 57%. It also works the other way. Another study discovered that if one partner in a relationship lost weight, the other partner lost weight about 1/3 of the time. Our friends and family exert invisible peer pressure on us, pulling us in their direction. Ramsey has created a community where working 2 jobs, eating rice and beans, and buying a $1,000 car with cash is the norm to pay off debt as quickly as possible. This simply means attaching or relating yourself to people with saving habits. The importance of saving money is straightforward. It allows you to live a more secure life. If money is set aside for emergencies, you have a safety net in case something unexpected happens. You may also be able to take risks or try new things if you have savings set aside for discretionary expenses. We hope this video was great help to you and that you might be able to benefit from the mentioned tips. We will be back with more informational stuff. Until then, stay tuned. Like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press that like button so you can get notified when a new video comes in.